Bitcoin is for everyone, but Wall Street is going to catch up to Main Street and surpass Main Street if Main Street doesn't wake up. If there's anything I could do to prevent that I'm not already doing, please let me know. All right, let's run down some details. All right, so Bitcoin is the first real opportunity that is available to everyone. Everyone in the world has the ability to invest, convert their money in their local currency to Bitcoin, from money that anyone in the world can make more of to money that nobody in the world can make more of. It's the first thing that's like that. The average person around the world cannot invest in Amazon or Apple or Tesla or any stocks, or, they have access to their local currency, and if they have a lot of it, maybe they can buy some real estate. But the average person, really, Bitcoin is the first thing in the world that was a ticket out of poverty, a ticket to sound money, a ticket to an asset that they can store up and for the long haul. And for a long time, for I would say the first 10 years of Bitcoin's life, Bitcoin's been around 17 years now, for the first at least 10 years, it was just entirely individuals. Like almost nobody on Wall Street was buying Bitcoin. Companies were not buying Bitcoin. Like really for 10 solid years, it was just individuals, which was fantastic. Good for them. That's amazing. Between 2019, the 10-year mark of Bitcoin, and today, that has started to flip pretty significantly, where Main Street is still adopting Bitcoin very slowly, but Wall Street has figured out, as they often do, that mass adoption is coming, and Wall Street is trying to front run that mass adoption, which makes me sad. I want Main Street to have all the Bitcoin. I want normal average people to have all the Bitcoin. There's no benefit in my world with people on Wall Street having more Bitcoin. The people on Wall Street already have the wealth. There's no reason they need more wealth. Now, I don't hold it against them. I mean, it's a free market system. I believe in, voluntary association, voluntary interaction, free market system. So if somebody on Wall Street is smarter and they figure out Bitcoin is the future faster than somebody on Main Street, they have every right to do that, and good for them. But that's not how I wish the adoption would happen. And if somebody said, Joel, paint a scenario, paint the most likely scenario that things don't turn out the way you wanted, my answer would not be that the government somehow bans Bitcoin, which is not going to happen, or that quantum computers somehow, causes a problem, which again is not going to happen. Like, there's all these things that I really think are kind of irrelevant. I think the most likely undesired outcome for Bitcoin is that it's adopted worldwide by everyone, but the wealthy figure it out first. The people on Wall Street figure it out first. The companies figure it out first. And Main Street gets left behind. Now, in every other scenario, it makes sense why Main Street got left behind. Because if you wanted to invest in Amazon or Tesla or Apple or Facebook, you could not do that until they went public. So a huge amount of wealth was created before they went public. Only after they went public was the average person able to invest in those things. So Bitcoin is the first thing where literally anyone in the world can invest in it, and they could have invested in it for years before Wall Street showed up. Now, it's still not too late. The vast majority of people on Wall Street still have not adopted Bitcoin, and the vast majority of people on Main Street still have not adopted Bitcoin. But the window of opportunity is closing. With each passing month and each passing year, the people on Wall Street are figuring it out faster than the people on Main Street. Because again, for about 10 years, it was just individuals. But for the last 6 years, Wall Street has been accelerating. Main Street is still figuring out, which way is up and what is Bitcoin. And when I talk to people who are exposed to Bitcoin for the first time, it's a long process, right? I mean, they got to figure it out. And they don't have the incentive of people on Wall Street that they got analysts sitting around, waiting for something to do. And all you got to do is say, hey, go analyze this thing and come back and tell me all about it. The average person has to watch YouTube videos, ask ChatGPT, Google it, you got to figure it out. And there's no technical analyst sitting on Wall Street waiting for, to coach Main Street step by step. Now, I try to do what I can with everybody that I can reach on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else. And right now, I mean, one of the reasons I decided to record this video is I want to educate and onboard as many people as possible to Bitcoin, and as fast as possible because I know with each passing day, week, month, and year, the window of opportunity closes for Main Street. Wall Street's got so much money that they're going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin no matter what. Main Street doesn't. The higher the price of Bitcoin goes, the harder it will be for people to get to 1 Bitcoin, the harder it will be to get to half a Bitcoin, the harder it will be to get to a quarter of a Bitcoin, the harder it'll be to get to a tenth of a Bitcoin. All of those hurdles get harder for Main Street the longer they wait to adopt, versus Wall Street, they generally are making enough money that they can afford to buy Bitcoin later. Same with, rich people with a lot of wealth. They can afford to buy Bitcoin later. People without a lot of wealth need to get on the bus as soon as possible. So right now, this year in 2025, I have on average, I'm spending about $25,000 a month on efforts to educate and onboard people to Bitcoin. That's just education and onboarding people to Bitcoin. That's it. That's not all of my other philanthropic efforts. That's not, personal expenses. That's just efforts that are, charitable, nonprofit efforts to educate and onboard people to Bitcoin. And that's about $25,000 per month so far in 2025. Now, a bunch of people have bought a bunch of Bitcoin based on my efforts to educate and onboard people. But as a percentage of all of the people that are friends of mine on Facebook, it's a small percent. As a percentage of everybody that ever sees my posts, it's a small percent. So my hope is, I really wish Main Street would get with the program. Like, I have been screaming from the rooftops for at least the last 3 years, screaming from the rooftops, please adopt Bitcoin. Please adopt Bitcoin. You can front run Wall Street. You can front run Wall Street, but you got to get with the program. I don't care how busy you are. Get on ChatGPT and ask it, what is Bitcoin? And then just keep asking questions until you get it. Get on YouTube and type, what is Bitcoin? And keep asking questions until you get it. Get on, Google, whatever it takes, like however you learn, figure out what is Bitcoin, how does it work, and how do you get some, and how do you get as much as you possibly can. My recommendation is the same. Buy it on River, R-I-V-E-R, river.com. Link your bank account to River, buy as much Bitcoin as you can. That's my advice. That's the easiest way to onboard. If you want $100 of free Bitcoin, message me on Facebook Messenger, River 100, like $100, River space $100. If you want $100 on River, I will send you $100 of my Bitcoin. Not like charitable donation Bitcoin, but like my hard-earned Bitcoin. I will send you $100 of my very own hard-earned Bitcoin that I could use for anything. I will send that to you if you message me on Facebook Messenger, River $100. I will send you $100 of free Bitcoin on River, which is a great way to start out if you're just starting out for the first time on, and you're not sure how to get Bitcoin and how to set it up and how to do it right. If I send you a link to $100 of free Bitcoin on River, it guides you through the process of creating an account, and waiting for you on the other side is $100 of free Bitcoin. So I'm happy to provide that to anybody. If you don't already have $100 of free Bitcoin on River, happy to send that your way. If you're sitting on a ton of Bitcoin, I'm not trying to just give you more Bitcoin for no reason. I'm trying to onboard people that are new. So if you are new to Bitcoin, or if you don't have a River account, or if you have a small amount of Bitcoin or less than $100 of Bitcoin, message me River $100 and I will send you $100 of free Bitcoin on River to help get you started. So anyway, I'm doing everything I can. If there's anything I could possibly be doing, I am attempting to shout from the rooftops. I'm attempting to do, educational, materials. Like, I'm doing everything I can conceivably think of to do to educate and onboard people to Bitcoin. But if you can think of something I'm not doing to educate and onboard people to Bitcoin, please let me know, because the window of opportunity is closing for Main Street. It is not closed yet. The window of opportunity is closing for Main Street, but it's not closed, but it's not going to stay open forever. And the more time that goes by, the harder it is for Main Street to front run Wall Street. So please, everybody, get with the program, learn about Bitcoin, and get as much Bitcoin as you can. And I'm here to help you and be your Sherpa and guide you every step of the way.